Hello everyone, welcome back to Wint Wealth Ask the Expert, where we will be asking our co-founder and CIO Anshul Gupta some of the most pressing questions about diversifying your portfolio and investing better. So let's get started. Firstly, welcome Anshul.
Happy to be here.
One of the questions that has been bugging a lot of our investors is that why should they even diversify?
So there is a very old saying that we should not put all our eggs in one basket, because tomorrow if something were to happen to that basket, we would end up losing all the eggs. Similarly, even in investment space, one should not put all your hard-earned money in one asset class or in one investment option. It makes sense to park your money or invest your money into multiple asset classes and multiple investment options. That way, tomorrow, even if something were to happen to one asset class, the money which has been allocated to other asset classes would still be safe. And historically, what we have also seen is many of these asset classes tend to be negatively correlated. For example, equity and gold is a good example here. During the starting part of the pandemic, we noticed that even though equity markets were taking a hit, a lot of capital was chasing gold as an asset class. This resulted in gold markets significantly outperforming equity markets, which provided stability to those investors who had parked some money in gold. And this has been seen again and again. Hence, it makes sense to diversify your money across different asset classes so that overall portfolio returns are stable.
A follow-up question to that would be, is it even important to add debt to your portfolio?
Yes, all the investors should have some allocation to debt in their overall portfolio. The proportion of debt can change depending on investors' context, like their age, risk appetite, income levels, target returns, etc. But some allocation of debt should definitely be there. Debt as an asset class provides fixed income to the investor, which is not the case with, let's say, equity, gold, or even real estate. There the returns vary on market's perception of the underlying asset class. While in fixed income, the income is guaranteed, what we call as the coupon or the interest rate on the debt investment. For example, a fixed deposit has a defined coupon rate, a bond has a defined interest rate, which means with each passing day, the income keeps on getting added to your portfolio returns. And hence, debt provides stability to the portfolio returns and also reduces volatility at a portfolio level.
What are alternative investments and should we look at adding them to our core portfolio?
Right. So traditionally, equity and debt has been considered as a traditional investment option, while something like commercial real estate, invoice financing, etc., have been bucketed under alternate asset classes. Bond investment per se in India hasn't been democratized, so gets classified between traditional asset class and an alternate asset class. Having said that, investors should have bulk of their capital parked in traditional asset classes and can follow a core and satellite approach at a portfolio level. By this I mean the bulk of the portfolio, let's say 70 to 80%, can be in asset classes like fixed deposits, equities, mutual funds, etc. And the balance 20-30% can be in alternate asset classes.
Well, that's interesting. Let's switch some gears and talk about Wint Wealth products. How much percentage of Wint Wealth products should we be adding to our portfolios?
Right. So Wint Wealth products are high risk, high return asset classes. What we normally suggest our investors is to cap the allocation to Wint Wealth products to at max 10% of their overall portfolio. And secondly, investors should never park their emergency funds or capital which they cannot afford to put at risk by allocating in Wint Wealth products.
How can we diversify within the Wint Wealth products?
Right, so within this 10% allocation that investor is doing, investor needs to further diversify this across at least 5 different Wint Wealth assets. So at max, there can be 2% allocation of the overall portfolio into a single Wint Wealth asset. Whatever allocation investors are doing in Wint Wealth assets should be diversified across at least 5, if not more, assets.
Thank you so much, Anshul. These were quite some insights. These will go a long way in helping our investors make good investment decisions. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Divyansh. Thank you, everyone.